Ladies and gentlemen, the foundation of the tradition of Pan-Africanism congresses is rooted in the desire for emancipation and the attachment of the people of Africa and Africa descent in the diaspora to what Aimé Césaire called the right to historical initiative, to be freedom and dignity of which racism and colonialism domination indubitably reflected the negation. Pan-Africanism was the precursor and most representative of the African anti-colonialist liberation movement that developed, as you know yourself, in the 20th century and was the intellectual, ideological, and political expression of the struggle of our peoples for freedom. People dominated in history by other peoples have always developed a strategy of resistance and collective survival, and Pan-Africanism has been a movement of collective hope for Africa in its diaspora and Afro-descendants. A very deep feeling animated them all, that of being of all African interested in the same cause, just as Kwame Nkrumah says, all people of Africa descend, whether they live in North or South Africa, South America, in the Caribbean, and in any other part of the world, are African and belong to the African nation. Or better, Mr. George Pedmore affirms the idea of Pan-Africanism arises first as a manifestation of fraternal solidarity between African and people of African descent. Ladies and gentlemen, the decision to hold the 9th Pan-African Congress in 2024 in Lomé responds both to the concern to ensure historical continuity to the Pan-African movement and to reaffirm its paradigm importance in the current world in decomposition and recomposition. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to the African Union Commission, co-organizer of the Congress, to the High Committee responsible for 2021-2031 agenda, Decade of African Roots and African Diaspora, and to the other actors concerned for the commitment to serving the continent and the Pan-African cause. The tone to set today, and the countdown begins, leading us gradually towards the holding of the Congress. Several activities will be carried out in the coming months and will consolidate the achievements of the preparation underway. This will include, among others, the installation meeting of the members of International Committee of the Congress, the international mobilization and communication campaign, the installation meeting of the subcommittees in charge of thematic work of the Pan-Africanism revival tour through several countries. To conclude, I would like to invite every African to take ownership of the question of the future of Africa in history and to work more so that we can together breathe new dynamism into the African Renaissance in the movement of Pan-Africanism. It's appropriate to recall these grandiose words from, once again, Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah says, the resources are there. It's up to us to mobilize them, to devote them to the active service of our peoples. If we do not do this through concerted effort, within the framework of our common planning, we will not progress at the pace demanded by today's events and the will of our people. The symptoms of our disorders will only increase, and these disorders themselves will become chronic. It will be too late event for Pan-African unity to assure us of stability and tranquility in our efforts to create a continent of social justice and material well-being. Long live the Pan-African ideal, long live African brotherhood, et je vous remercie pour votre très aimable, très gentil et très beau sourire.